Reason number 6, we know that leftists hate Black Americans, is because only the left can define blackness.
Mm.
Only the left is allowed to define what black is. Now, look, we cried tears of joy um, when Barack Obama was elected as president. I'm talking Jesse Jackson tears. We cried Jesse Jackson tears of joy. Just finally, we can see that America is a place of freedom and that anything is possible. And
Ceiling, man. The glass
and and,
ceiling is
and what
broken.
was simultaneously happening during that time when Barack Obama, really changed our lives, and we saw that everything was possible because before then we didn't have any men model that for us, and things like that. We didn't have any men in our lives, and so Barack Obama modeled that for us. And simultaneously, what was happening is that a collective of white Americans who were on the left, they made a decision. Enough is enough. I'm going to learn about Black Americans. You know, I'm going to learn. I'm going to move into the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to build it up a bit, raise the property value. And we're going to invite some Black people to leave if they can't maintain that. But we're going to move in. We're going to read as much as possible. We're going to write blogs based on what we've read. And we're going to condemn every Black American who disagrees with us after our findings. We're going to slander them. We're going to ostracize. We're going to repudiate them. We're going to tell them that they're hateful. And then, in the blink of an eye, make everything gay. But that's it. Well, I skipped on the list.
Yeah,
But so a Black voice in the left world, a Black voice is only as valuable as the leftist rhetoric it wants to regurgitate, and it chooses or is forced to regurgitate. Your skin color makes you despicable. That's still the truth. But your sheepish mentality is what makes you valuable.
Yeah.
And as long as you're willing to stay in the fields, we're okay. Now, some of you who are in the fields are a little bit, you're more talented. So you can come in the house. You can come in the house because we'll parade you around the guests. You won't even have to use the secret passageways to get to the kitchen and back up to your room. You can have conversations with the guests. You can come to the fancy events and all those things. You can get on stage and you'll give you a lot of money. You can stay in the big house, in the mansion. You can come to the events outside of the house. But the moment you cross the line and you start thinking for yourself, you're out of here. Not only are you out of here, we're going to tell absolutely everybody that you're persona non grata, and no one is to touch you.
Yeah. You hear that, LeBron?
No one is to touch you. And you are going to be a representation of what we all hate, what the worst aspects of this world are. Kanye West, you did a lot of work in the field, man. A lot of cotton was picked as you made music that sold out Black people and sold out Black women. And you were moved into the house. You were on stage, so many different stages, but then he started thinking for himself.
Stealing my joint. That's all right.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, started thinking for himself. But they can only define blackness.
Yeah.
Only they can define blackness. Prominent Black voices we're told to ignore, or we just aren't told about them.
Yeah.
We got to find them. We've already mentioned one in Thomas Sowell, Ben Carson. We've talked about this.
What are you doing?
Oh, really? Is this not mine?
What are you doing?
All right, well, then maybe you blend yours. Blend yours.
Yeah, I mean, I just got a list here. I got a list here. Let me sit them with you.
Let's transition.
So number
transition
5. Reason number 5. We know leftists hate Black Americans. The Black voices that oppose the left are silenced. And Brandon just touched on that. You're viable as long as you stay, a good boy, a good girl. As soon as you start speaking out, or you step out of line one time, you're silenced. And if you were a Black person who was never in line, you were never anywhere near. Never anywhere. They tried to bury you. And so I got a couple names here. Thomas Sowell, Larry Elder, Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Ben Carson. Remember,
Doctor.
I mean, my goodness. Kanye West. Candace Owens. Like, I think about these people on this list. I mean, Kanye, think about this, right? think about Kanye West for a second. They call Caitlyn Jenner a hero.
Gave an reward.
Gave Caitlyn Jenner an award for, what is it?
Most courageous Arthur Ashe Award.
Most courageous woman.
Yeah.
And they tell Kanye he's on medication.
And he possibly is.
No,
bipolar.
Yeah.
But they tell him he's crazy.
Yeah, they tell him he's crazy. The man who says he's a woman is courageous.
Ben Carson.
The man who was in the house and said, hey, I'm building my own house.
Yeah.
He's the one who's crazy.
He's crazy.
He's crazy. And leftists got black people telling the same people that they honored just a couple years ago, not far ago, that they are now crazy.
Crazy.
Dr. Ben Carson was somebody that we grew up reading his books about. Like he was what it meant to struggle and then make it.
Posters in every city school in Baltimore.
That was his book.
Every city school in Baltimore.
He was what it meant to grow up in a single parent household, almost murder his friend.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the most
whack job.
No, I'm saying, but I mean, realistically,
he's
the most prominent open heart surgeon ever. Now, and politically, because he
conservative values.
I mean, you're talking about who are y'all people that say what does they say? What's the lines? What? Line? Representation matters.
Oh yeah, that's why it's a joke. That's why we go against that. We can't stand it.
This is a black man who grew up in the hood, almost killed somebody, became a doctor, one of the most prominent doctors, and then was the secretary of a president. What?
Whack job.
He's crazy though. He's crazy. And he's stupid. He's dumb. You know who's not dumb? Caitlyn Jenner. Kardashians.
Yeah.
What's the other chick that Joe Biden interviewed?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. She's not dumb. Lizzo. They're not dumb. Will and Jada. Red Table Talk. They're not dumb. Dwayne Johnson.
They're not dumb. They're not role models.
They're not dumb. They're not dumb. But what I'm saying is that people are.
Oh yeah, in society, they're not dumb. Yeah.
They're the ones that we should be looking to.
They're the ones we should be looking to, right?
You know what I mean? Not Ben Carson.
Yeah, right.
The doctor.
Because they don't want you thinking good about yourself.
Right. Here's one of the most world-renowned doctors like, abortion is unethical.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Okay.
You're an idiot. Clarence Thomas.
Allen
West. Yeah. Colonel. Okay.
Got well, or no?
Not in that one. I mean, we transitioned.
We could talk about, even in the moments, 50 Cent, Ice Cube, the guys that just
all you have to do is just step out of line.
50 Cent said, oh, snap. I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I ain't trying to pay 70% in taxes.
Yeah.
Clown.
Cool. A white woman told 50 Cent that he needs to know what it means to be black.
Right.
You need to get back in your place, boy.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, our current president, you guys' beloved president, said, if you got a question on whether or not you want to vote for me or Trump, then you're not black.
Yeah.
We get to define what that looks like.
We choose truth over facts.
That's the wrong one.
Did you change it?
I think so. Maybe I did.
Golly, that's trash.
That is.
Delete that.
yeah, that is garbage. But hey, look, thank you, Joe, for reminding us we choose truth over facts. That's exactly what we choose, and that's why that comes in as number 6 and number 5,
right?
On why we know leftists hate Black Americans.
Yeah.